No, you're okay, Mom. You don't need to turn it on. You're all right. You gonna get that, or what? Oh, there it is. That's where we sit. This is the Karmic Transmission. Um, First of all, welcome everyone. Hi, Jake Vanderlinden here with Karmic Transmission coming at you tonight. It's kind of crazy. We've got some people. Um, it's been a minute. It's been like 3 weeks. I'm a little bit off my game here today, guys, because it's been crazy. We've had an interesting couple of weeks, and they're going to keep getting more interesting. But to start off, again, I'm Jake Vanderlinden, and welcome to the Karmic Transmission. Tonight, we're going to talk. We're going to go over a few things, talk about new format ideas and all that kind of stuff. But to get this out of the way, best place to check out what we're doing, what we're about, karmincarnate.com, guys. Check out our website. Everything that we do, everything that we've been doing for the last 10 plus years. I mean, literally everything we've been doing for over 10 years now, you can find right there on our website. Check out our social medias, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. We've got content going back forever. There's so much stuff to go back and just sit and laugh and talk and think about, because all we've tried to do is just share incredible stories and incredible things that people are trying to do. That's what we've been doing with Karma. So, but as always, if you want to make your impact felt with us, if you want to buy food with us, if you want to have your money put towards ending hunger the way that we're trying to do it with Karma, go to our website. There's a great big button that says Make Your Impact, and click on that and buy a family food gift. Best thing in the world that you could ever do is that. If not that, then at least tell people that there are people out there trying to do good things, and let them know how they can look at it and get involved if they're feeling interested, because that's all it takes. That's all it takes to make a change in not only your life, but in the world around you, is to share ideas, is to talk and spread a little joy and happiness and fun in the world if you can, because that's what it's all about, is having some fun. And with that, I kind of want to dive into what's been going on. So lots of stuff is happening with Carbon Incarnate. We've got a lot of plans as far as giving sales opportunities and chances for people to meet us in person and buy family food gifts in person. That's something that we're going to do a lot more of, and we're going to try to get more active in our community that way, with just being out there and being seen and recognized, and talking about the idea of buying food to give to those in need, and how if we as a community buy all the food and make sure that everybody around us is fed and taken care of, it's going to make everything better, for the simple fact that we don't have to worry about whether or not we can eat today or tomorrow or the next day, because it's already taken care of by the people around us and those that we share our lives with. It's a real simple idea, really simple. Just buy a little food to be given to those in need. It's the thing that the food bank asked you to do. Hey, go to their website. There's a great big donate button to give them money to buy food to give away. Same exact principle. You know, there's any number of institutions. Think of any of them. Red Cross. Go to those guys. They got a donate button. You know, the difference here is that we're not asking you to donate. We're asking you to make an impact. We're asking you to do something for no other reward than it's the right thing and a good thing to do. That's what's so different about what we're trying to do. And that's why it's making an impact, because that's what you're going to do, is you're going to make an impact, and you'll feel the impact. That's your reward, is that feeling of knowing that you're doing something good. That's why it's so powerful. That's why it's not a donation. With a donation, there's this little idea you might get something back. We're just trying to give. We're trying to feed people, and what we get is knowing that that's what we've done. And then if we keep doing it, it's better for all of us. Not just me, not just the people getting fed, but all of our society can be better for it. Simple idea. Simple idea we've been showing. we've been working on for 10 years. But we're going to get out in our community and let people see us, me as person to person, face to face. You know, look me in the eyes and tell me that what I'm doing is wrong. I've told the story 100,000 times, and I'll keep telling it. But we were doing an event. It was a sales event. We'll have pictures. We'll put some stuff up. We did an event in a Amish neighborhood. It was a garage sale, and I had a good 45-minute conversation with this woman. She was very intelligent. She was very, very involved. She liked to help and wanted to participate and had a lot of wonderful questions, asking about, how we allocate our funds and how we pick the places that we pick to do our deliveries and things like that. But she came up with one question. We talked about it. You've heard everyone talk about it, where she said, "What's stopping me from taking $50? Because that's our maximum food gift at Karma and Carden. Let's go to our bottom. What's stopping her from taking $10, going to the store, buying food, and giving it to a food bank?" My response was, "What's stopping you?" Same thing that I would tell you guys. What's stopping you from just buying food to give to those in need? Is it your time? Is it your money? Is it the energy? Is it the distractions and things? Well, there's a million reasons why, because before, let's go back 15 years, I wasn't buying food the way that I am for Karma. I was involved. I did things for the community. I helped the Shriners a lot. I did things for various community organizations, but I didn't make the commitment that I made with Karma, which was every month I will give money to buy food to put into a food bank. I never made that commitment. But for 10 years I have, and it's documented. You can see it. And so I challenge anybody. What's stopping any one of you from just buying food and taking it to a local food bank and doing it once a month? Never fail. Think on that for a minute. And then I'll leave you with this. Best way to do it, go to our website, click on a button, and let us do the labor for you. Because I would love to go buy food for you and take it to a food bank. That would be my pleasure. In fact, I love when I do that because it's the most incredible feeling you'll ever have. And it only gets better if we share the idea and let it be known. So that's why we're going to get out in front of our communities. That's why, to come back to it, we want to start getting involved in just being out and around so that people can buy our family food gifts. From an iPad, from an iPhone, whatever device you got. I don't care what your favorite technology is. I don't care how you like to connect to the internet or what your mobile service provider is. What I care about is if you want to feed people. Because if you do that, we'll find any device to sign you up on, and it'll be good because we're working together. We're doing something amazing. So that's one of the big things coming from Karma and Target. We're trying to be strategic because there's only so many of us. That's the crazy part. So we got to be careful because if you guys didn't know, Rex, the guy napping on my couch right now. I could have brought him in here, but I didn't want to because that guy out there sleeping on my couch and not feeling the best. He works 300 to 400 hours a month so that we can do this, so that we can provide a service to people where we go buy food on their behalf and deliver it to local food banks. Just to make it as easy as going to a website and clicking the button, the back end resources and things that are needed to make this process work. He works 300 plus hours a month for just to make sure that we can pay for all that. It's like me paying my mortgage so that I can sit here and talk to you guys about what an incredible opportunity it is. We all have to make, it's our karma. It's not a sacrifice. It is a sacrifice in the fact that you're meant to give. You're meant to give something of yourself in order for actions and reactions to happen. But it's not a sacrifice. It's my karma. It's, if I want to see good in the world, I had better put good into it, my karma, to do these things. And that's why we do it. That's why our business is called karma, because it's, what are you putting into it? What are you putting into existence as a whole to deserve what you're thinking you should get out of it? And I say should because it's an expectation. And the one thing about expectations that everyone will tell you, you're never going to get what you hope for. You'll get close. It'll have so 99% of everything you could possibly want, but it's never going to be the exact thing. Because there's too much randomness in the world for it to ever be your exact perfect thing. But if I put good in the world, then there should be good coming back at it. Keep it simple, keep it broad, because then you can't ever be, you can't be let down. But he works like that so that we can bring this opportunity to give you guys to buy food, feed people in need. And for those that really want to get involved and want to talk to us a little bit more, there's even a bigger opportunity involved. But it's not important. What's important is, are you buying food and feeding people? That's the important thing. That's where it all starts. And again, that's why we've got these changes coming, wanting to be in our communities and being out involved and around people. Because again, come look me in that. Tell me that it's a bad idea to feed our neighbors and feed people that are in need. Tell me it's a bad idea. Let's have this discussion. Hell, I'd love to have you on here with me. Let's talk about it. Because I'm willing to bet you that we could have some very fun conversations just going the rounds on that one thing. Tell me how it's bad to feed people in need. Let's get into this. But that's why we're going to get involved that way. The next other things that are coming are just a few updates, cleanups. We've been working on updates. So like I said, Rex works 300 plus insane odd numbers of hours. He drives truck, if you guys didn't know. That's his current vocation. I'm not even going to say it's just what he's doing. But if you haven't seen, go look at any video. Save the family food gift videos. Taylor, our video editor down in Vegas, big shout out to him with Tavation Studios. Check out his YouTube channel. He's a very interesting guy. He likes to breed reptiles and go on hikes, and he's got some play it channels and stuff like that. Talented artist, incredible game designer. He made this cool board game that we played a few times. It's been a lot of fun. But big shout out to Tavation Studios. But he does our family food gift videos. But if you go back and look at our promotional videos, like check out some of any of the 5-2 karmas, any of the DDKs, anything where it's basically Rex running solo, and you can see the degree of directing and editing and production work and sound work and quality. He's a man of so many talents. It makes me jealous. It really does. But he's an incredible guy. He does so much. And he chooses to drive truck because it lets him work with our family. He works with our dad. Again, a little jealous. He gets to work with our dad, and then he does this. He uses all that to pay for this. Because only in a family business are you able to work 400 hours in a month and not getting in a shitload of trouble. Because that's the other side of it is I work a full-time job. I've had a few different things here and there, and I'm currently working in finance at the moment on top of what we do with karma. But he and I do this because our karma is just that. It's to just be here and have access to things to allow us to provide you guys this opportunity to make it so easy to feed people that you just click on a button and say, pay $10 a month. That's what we do. That's some of the background into what's happened for the last 10 plus years is 20 plus hour days. It's been incredible. It's an experience, and I wouldn't trade any of it. I wouldn't give any of it up. I'm not trying to say poor me, because no, it's the most incredible thing in the world. I'm worked up because it excites me. It gets me excited to get to keep doing these things. Um, so we both work because guess what everybody has to do nowadays? We've all got to work. This insane topsy-turvy just I don't even know what to make of the world some days. When I have people come into the institution that I work for and I hear the stories and the things that they run into and the phone calls that they get and the text messages and it's utter insanity. It is completely and totally just mind blowing the things that people go through these days. But the one thing I'll tell you is we're all going through it together because we're all trying to get through it. And that's why we have to lean on each other. That's why it's even more important than ever to do something for all of us, to do something for the community as a whole so that we can ensure it's there, not just for them, but for me too, when I'm in trouble and I need the help. How can I know that it's available? Because I tried to put it there ahead of time. I did my karma early. I tried to attack it early and put my karma into it early so that when I needed it, it was there. Not because I'm expecting others to do it for me. Not because there's going to be someone from on high to look at poor me and say, you need the help. No, there's too many of us. There's too many of us, guys. What is it, almost 400 million Americans or something like that? I'm rounding up, obviously, because it's like 385 or something last I checked, but it doesn't matter. There's 400 million of us. You show me one person that can pick me out of a crowd and say, I need help. The first thing I'm going to tell them is, no, I can think of a million other people that need it more than I do. And a million people still that need it more than them. Because we're all in this together. But I'm done searching and waiting and looking for that person. I just want to be a good person. I want to help where I can, do what I can, engage as best I can, and let that be the thing that helps move all of us forward. Because again, I know I'm not in this alone. Right now, I'm one of the most blessed people in the world. I've got a roof over my head. I've got heat. I've got lights. I've got family that I love and friends that I can be around and do amazing things with. I am so blessed. It's not even funny. And the only thing I can think of is how important it is to share that with others, to give back. Because I know that there's people that don't. So, again, I ask you, what's stopping you from taking, like I said, our smallest family food gift, $10. Go buy $10 worth of food and take it to a food bank. What's stopping you? And if you can think of anything at all other than taking 2 minutes to go to my website and click on a button and have it done. You can think of anything that's harder than that or easier than that. Sorry, easier than that, where you can go take $10 and buy food and give it to people. Think of anything easier. Do it. I strongly recommend it because that's what the world needs. Is the world needs good people taking action more than anything, even more than it needs me sitting here talking about karma. It just needs people taking good action. The only difference, the one thing that karma brings around that is a little different, is that we're willing to look back at you and say, "Hey, way to go," and give you your high five and your recognition for doing a good thing, because that's all it is it's recognition. It's two thieves passing on the road with that little nod, going, "Yeah, I know you, and you know me, and we're all the better for it. So let's keep going. Let's keep doing amazing things. Let's feed people." Because that's the name of the game, guys, is taking care of each other. It's looking after each other and making that our our currency, our way of life, our connecting point that says, "Hey, it's okay to trust my neighbor because I know we're all doing the same. We're all just trying to feed people. We're all just trying to take care of each other and get through this insanity that we see around us these days." And everything else is so unnecessary. All the other concerns, if we're all doing those good things, we've got no worry
about whether or not our neighbors are going to be the issue. You know, we've got no worry about whether or not, again, I can get help when I need it because we're all there and we're already doing it together. So that's why I say, you know, we've always talked about a lot of changes coming, but we have a lot that we do. Because we're people, we're human too, and you can see it. That's the funny thing, guys, is go back and as I mentioned, look at our YouTube channel. There's 700 videos on there now, probably. I don't know. I can't remember. There's just stuff, and we keep adding. Look at this. I'm adding to it because it's such a great thing to add to, and we'd love to add your guys' stories with it. Um, but that's all we've done is we've tried to share all that we do, which is just live. We try to be people and engage and do fun things. I mean, there's trips to Japan. There's foodie review videos. There's Vegas trips. There's Halloween videos. There's horror stuff. There's just people living and trying to be good people on our channel. That's all that we're trying to do and all that we're trying to promote is people being good people and trying to live the best life they can. If you take nothing else away from it, that's it. Because other than that, that's what we all want. And the best way that we can do it is if we're there for each other and we care about each other. You hopefully get to see just how diverse a group and how lucky we are to have been blessed with the things that we've done over our lives. And we it's not going to stop. We want to keep going because we want you guys to do it with us. That's why the whole thing is come make your impact with us. Come do things with us. Because it's through having more people that we truly get to see the just incredible thing that humanity can be. It takes all of us. So let's step it up, and that's what we've tried to share through all of our stuff. Is just good people doing good things and trying to have fun and enjoy life. Um, it's amazing. It's incredible how amazing it can all be. If you're willing to just put a little good out there and then just live, just enjoy whatever comes of it because it's amazing. Now that's a lot talking about karma and what we're trying to do and some of the things that we're trying to work around and how we're trying to address things. Now on top of that, we've got a lot of fun stuff that we want to do. We're going to do more with some of our fun things like our Karma Syndicate and KI Productions and some of our side things that we've always had fun. And this is where some of the best stuff for the KI Productions to kind of see what we're going to build into is go back and look at some of the Karmic like teaser videos. We haven't done one for a few years. You know that weird thing that shut the world down a few years ago. We haven't done a Karmic Hue since then, and we do want to bring him back. We've teased him, we've talked about him. It's a lot of work. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it because we do a lot, but we do want to bring him back. However, the reason I mentioned going and looking at those is because we've got some of the things that we did for the Karmic Hue are just ridiculous. We did a Cheers series. We did an entire series of Cheers videos, and it was all about the Karmic Hue because we're all a bunch of Cheers nuts. We all love Cheers. That's Sam Malone and Diane and Rebecca. It's just fantastic. But look at some of those and take a look at our hunting for a park video with me and Colby and Coolio. Like it's just we've had so much fun just making content, making videos. We've had ideas for videos where it's like I can't even talk about it, but there's too many to talk about because at heart we're a bunch of just we're movie nuts and we're music nuts and we're film geeks and we're Star Wars geeks and we're comic book geeks and all we are is people that have this vast array of backgrounds and just wonders that we have that we want to do more with. So look for more videos like that, like bowl cuts. That'll be a fun one if we ever can see if we can make it. I'll have Rex is going to come on. I'm going to have Rex give you the premise on one of these karmic transmissions because it's a thing of beauty. It's the video would be so ridiculous that it's not even funny. But think of the title Bull Cuts, and maybe you'll get it. Um, but we're just going to make things like that, and then on top of it, with the karmic transmission here, I want to do more involving people. So what I want to do, because live formats and scheduling conflicts can be very tricky. Tonight's a great example. Clint, my brother, he's amazing. I love Clint to pieces, but he's kind of sick. He's doing some work. He's been kind of out of things for a couple of weeks, so he couldn't make it over. Like I said, I got home from work. My job doesn't get me home till like 6:30 these days, depending on how the closing stuff goes. So it's always kind of a rush to see if I can make it on time. We're still going to deliver a show every Monday. You're still going to see a karmic transmission pop up, but we're going to change the format a little bit to where we are doing it more podcast style, where it's going to be kind of recorded in a couple of sessions, released in segments and things like that. It's going to be a lot of fun because again, the idea is to start bringing more people on with me. If I can plan a weekend, invite somebody out for a barbecue, have some food, some drinks, we'll sit down and actually have a really nice discussion, getting into projects and whatever wants to come up at the time, and how our karma, our action, our whatever we're putting into what we're doing, our karma is involved in that, and what it brings about, and how it ties back into just everything that we're doing, kind of back in line with what you're seeing. What we wanted this to be in the beginning, if you go back to some of the very first karmic transmissions, we brought on guests. Sorry, I'm hearing things happening outside, so I was a little bit distracted. But like, we had on some, because we were doing it entirely remotely, we were able to do stuff right at home with people, and it was great. It worked out well for what it was, especially considering we all had social distancing. But in my heart of hearts, the thing that I've always wanted is I've wanted to sit down and have in-person discussions with people. I've wanted to have conversations with people about just anything and everything. Because if you heard the variety of conversations that we've had just sitting around in my basement, just me, my mom, and Rex, let alone bringing Clint and Colby and Ayame and everybody else, like these things just get crazy. But that's what I wanted to do, is I wanted to bring people in so that we could have you guys kind of participate and hear some of these ideas and things that we've kicked around. And that way, if what I'm saying, or if what Rex is saying, or my mom, whoever is talking, if what they're saying is the thing that catches you most, gives you an opportunity to engage with them. But it's a little bit harder when we can't really, the scheduling kind of conflicts. So there's going to be a few changes that way, but there's still going to be a delivered show for you to watch for all intents and purposes. Because the one thing that karma is consistent. So we might change how things are produced, but it doesn't mean that we're going to change the delivery. Just like our food deliveries, our commitment is every month, no matter where we're at, we are making a karma food delivery. That's our commitment. That's why we've delivered in Las Vegas. That's why we've delivered down in Florida. That's why we've delivered, and this is a prime example, is back here in April, beginning of April. The Karma weekend was on Easter weekend. So we made our purchase. We made our stickering event that go. We went to deliver the food, and the church was closed that the food pantry is attached to, because they were closed for Karma for Easter Sunday. But a weekend later, Karma delivered, because that's our commitment. Every month we make a delivery of the food that you're paying for. That's what we're doing. And we did it. So it doesn't matter when it's going to happen. Every month we make a delivery. That's our commitment, and we make it. And again, it's documented. There's videos, there's pictures, and it staggers. Most of it's all on Facebook and YouTube, best places to find a lot of our stuff. But we've been adding in Instagram, we've been adding in Twitter, because we're not the best. Social media isn't our thing, but we're working on it, and we're getting better all the time, because that's what we need to do, is we need to bring more ways for you guys to get involved with just buying a family food gift. Because that right there is the greatest thing any person can do to help us out. Best thing that you can do. If not, just sharing and talking about our social media and saying, hey, I heard about a great idea. That's amazing. But if you really want to do something great, buy a family food kit. Go to karmaincarnate.com. Scroll down just a touch. You'll see that button that says Make My Impact. Click on it, and there you go. You're all set. That's it. Best thing that you can do. But that's where I come back to how much change is going to, how it's going to take some time. Because there's a lot going on. There's a lot happening. And the way that the world is moving isn't going to make it any easier, but it's going to make it a lot more fun. That's the incredible thing that I'll say about it. And it's kind of where I'm going to let this all wrap up for a night, because my mom made a meatloaf. It smells fantastic for what I can smell of it. And it sounds like Rexy's up and moving. So, but until next time, guys, just I hope that you're going out and making your karma happen for you, because that's what it takes. Is if you're not willing to put in the effort and the energy, you know, you don't deserve it. Plain and simple. If you're not willing to chase it and make it happen, it's never going to be there for you, because it takes you giving something up and moving into it in order for you to deserve it and obtain it. So that's why it's called karma, guys. That's what it is. To put it simply, from my name is Earl, what goes around comes around. You know, you do good things happen. Do bad things happen. So it's funny how much we can actually learn from a TV show coming from a child of the TV generation. But until next time, guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for participating in any way, shape, or form. I'm curious to know what actions are you taking? What are you doing in your community that's helping you kind of see the world for a better place? Because I know that we all do it, and we just don't get a lot of ways of expressing it, because it comes off a little bit off. But I want to hear about it, because it's worth being celebrated. We're amazing people out there. So until next time, check us out, karmaincarnate.com. Like I said, if you're feeling it, make your impact felt with us. I would love to buy some food for you and get it delivered to families that I know can use it, because it's an incredible feeling knowing that you're doing good things. And that's just for your own peace of mind, helps you sleep better at night. So check out our website, karmaincarnate.com. Take a look at our social media, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Karma Incarnate, at the Karmic Feed on Twitter. We're not as active on there, but we're working on it again. We're not social media guys. We're workers. We're people that I'm here to go buy food and get it delivered. And I want to share what I'm doing and let you guys participate where you can. But I kind of like to put my head down and get to it sometimes too. So until next time, I love you all. Thank you so much for participating. And I look forward to hearing about your karma too. Take care.